CREDO, Competitive Regional Economic Development Krajina, is a project being implemented in the northwest area of Bosnia and Herzegovina from March 2013 to October 2015. It is funded by Sweden and implemented by EDA. The project aims to improve SME competitiveness and create sustainable jobs in the following four sectors: wood processing and furniture industry, metal processing, food and drinks, and footwear industry. CREDO uses concept of systemic competitiveness with four interacting analytical levels, out of which CREDO focuses on meso-level and micro-level to identify and facilitate implementation of interventions that would lead to overcoming market failures and government failures which hinder competitiveness of selected industrial sectors. Approach in the implementation of interventions is also an effort to combine systemic insight approach and Canefin framework developed by Dave Snowden in order to respond properly to challenges of intervening in complete adaptive systems. CREDO approach includes establishing of sector boards for each of the four priority sectors. The board for wood processing and furniture industry consists of 12 directors, owners of successful companies who are competent and committed to development of their companies and as sector as a whole. Chairman of the board is an owner and director of medium-sized company producing and exporting parquet and multi-layer wood flooring. The board is supported by coordinator and sector expert. The board holds 7 sessions annually to identify main challenges for the sector, key bottlenecks and barriers for growth, to define specific interventions needed to improve competitiveness. Dialogue starts between directors of leading companies in the sector supported by sector expert and analysis, goes through formulating hypotheses which are then checked and reformulated. Then dialogue starts with meso institutions that could facilitate or resolve identified market failures or government failures, while simultaneously undertaking some of the interventions mostly at the micro and meta level. The process flow has 2 main dimensions, going from generic to more specific insights and going from specific insights to systemic interventions at 4 levels. The process is more spiral than linear, with constant feedback loops that help learning and adjusting. Board identified current sector's strengths and weaknesses, key market failures, finalized value chain analysis for solid wood furniture and gap analysis, shared findings with relevant stakeholders, prioritizing defined interventions, initiating quick wins. It led also to the first B2B deliveries between the members and to the first joint initiatives. An action plan with more catalytic interventions is finalized. It is expected that meso-level institutions will address identified market failures, that new policy for procurement of raw material will favor value-added and export-oriented production, and the joint initiatives of companies will increase. Also, the initiative is aimed to improve competitiveness of the wood processing and furniture sector, as well as other 3 priority sectors, resulting with new and sustainable jobs, which requires a complex process of reorientation and restructuring of meso institutions.